Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodia. Welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Savage Avengers issues 5 through 10. Written by Gerry Duggan. Fantastic art by Mike Deodato Jr. Now, I already did a video on the first 4 issues, and I said that I was sort of on the fence. I didn't know if I liked it or didn't like it. I had to see where the series would go. Because the team itself, the lineup, I thought it was pretty interesting. There's a lot of potential for good stories, like having Elektra, Venom, Wolverine, Punisher, and Brother Voodoo. That's a fantastic lineup. I wasn't too sold on the Conan the Barbarian entering the main Marvel universe. At least for me, it just doesn't work. It's just a very personal thing. And I can't help to hear Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice come out of Conan's mouth every time he speaks in the story. So in issue 5, we have our team fighting against this demon that Kulan Gath has invoked to attack Earth, and they're able to deal with the monster like the main villain to the series. Kulan Gath, it seems to be the main villain to Conan the Barbarian. He's been brought to our time to take him down. They're able to defeat this villain. In one moment, Kulan Gath and his forces steal the bodies of Frank Castle's family to draw him in for this ritual sacrifice. So after defeating Kulan Gath, Conan and Punisher have to traverse all of Savage Land and the Antarctic region to go back to the mainland, while the other heroes just teleport back. But the thing is, Conan doesn't like magic, and Punisher neither. So Conan sort of stays behind to give Frank Castle a hand with this. But what happens with the series, with all the other issues, is sort of like a Conan team-up series. Like, there's no more Avengers, at least in these couple of issues. So the first issue, in issue number... Sorry, I had to check. Issue number 6, we have an adventure between Conan and the Punisher traversing Savage Land, trying to get Frank Castle's family back to the U.S. so they can be reburied. Then the next issue, Conan is able to find his way to South America and team up with Damon Hellstrom. I want to say Hellstorm. It's Hellstrom and Black Widow, and fight against these sex traffickers. And the character himself, so the series really revolves around Conan, at least at this point. He's not too much of a likable character. He's very one-note. At least for me, I don't find him to be too interesting. There's just one exchange in all these issues. In the next story, where Conan actually gets kidnapped by Dr. Doom. He has a relic that he pulled off Kulan Gath. It seems to be the Eye of Agamotto, or another version of it. And there's an exchange between Doom and Conan when they're eating at the table. That's fantastic. That was great. But outside of that, he wants violence, sex, feasts, and that's it. He's like, his mind's pretty much fixated in those. He wants the glory of battle, riches, gold, ladies, and it seems possibly men too. Conan's insanely violent. Everywhere he goes, he starts a fist fight. But outside of that, so we have him teaming up with Punisher. Then we have a brief little story with him dealing with Doctor Doom. And then he teams with Doctor Strange. And then what we discover later on is that Kulan Gath seems to be in cahoots with Shuma Gorath, the strange villain that I know virtually nothing about. Like, all I know from that guy is he was a playable character in the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and possibly tied to the Cancerverse and possibly tied to the many Anagold ones, but I might be very wrong. I remember Shuma Gorath popping up in a Mighty Avengers story arc during the Fear Itself crossover, possibly. But outside of that, at least this series up until this point doesn't work for me. As one subscriber put in the comments, more than 3 issues. You don't like 3 issues in a row, you got to drop the book. And these 3 issues, they're pretty meh. I don't see a Savage Avengers. I just see a team-up series of Conan. I'm not sure what's going to happen further down the line, but at least the first 2 compilation issues, the first 4 issues and 5 through 10, I'm going to sell these off. Maybe it might pick up. It might get better. Gerry Duggan's writing is really good in general. So I hope you guys like this video. See you guys next time. Bye.